Today is 17th of January 2019. Market trade reversal bar with below average volume, down 14 point to close at 3214. Now over here we have extremely strong move and they were punctuated with gap, and somewhere at the resistance about 3200 we do see a reactions in the process covering this gap. But if you notice, this bear bar itself accompanied with very low volume, so that is generally healthy, and managed to actually recover the next day and make a high. However, today reversal by itself is also to be expected. We are approaching this resistance over here, a bit of congestions. Immediate resistance will be at this level here at about 3270, and the support is at the previous resistance at 3200. So going forward, I'd like to see how we actually pull back. If they pull back our company with low volume, that will be healthy, and we like to see it break on the upside. Now let's take a look at the stocks that we're actually discussing over the last few weeks. This is Best World, and of course over here itself it starts to lose its momentum. If you notice over here we have a very strong rally, and right now over here the thrust gets shorter, so it's actually losing some momentum. 1326 SMAs also start to converge, so you may well trade sideways. Notice the volume also dried up during this process. Like to see it consolidate and eventually take out this high here of 281. We also discussed Capital, KBS, REIT. This REIT is unusual in the sense that actually it had a very strong move. Unlike most REIT tend to have overlapping bars, it actually have runaway bars. And of course, to be expected, daylight is very big. We do expect pullback, and right now here we have a big deeper setup. Look for a break above this high here of 66 cents. One of the blue chips that actually performed well is actually Thai Beverage, making successive high. There were a run of about 8 bars, and right now here today we have a pullback. Notice the pullback itself, the volume is extremely low, so this is healthy. Nevertheless, the daylight is very big, so you may well trade sideways. I would like to actually wait for it to finish its consolidations or a sideways move and eventually take out the high of 73 cents. We also discussed SI Engineering. Let's take a look. Again, very strong move over here, and if you notice at this area here, it actually trade almost quite similar patterns with fewer bars. And we have a very nice break yesterday with increased volume, and today we have a pullback bar with lower volume. This is generally healthy. We'd like to see it take out this high here of 258. One of the less discussed stocks is Lianbing. Notice the stock was actually consolidating sideways and it popped up its head, and right now we're experiencing pullback. Last 2 bar volume is very low. Look for a break above the high here of 52 cents. Just be mindful there are some overhead resistance. Jaffa was also a stock we discussed for quite some time, and in fact it actually went to quite a deep pullback after breaking this resistance here. If you notice, actually pulled back into the congestion area, and right now there's attempts to actually test this resistance. I'd like to see it take out this high here of 795. We discussed Venture and AEM in last video as well. Let's look at AEM because the stocks held fairly well. Now notice over here we have a very strong upward move, and over here a series of overlapping bar, but generally forming an angle channel, and actually break out yesterday, and today it trade a high but reverse and the close off high. Look for pullback here. We look for setups, and eventually like to see break the high here of 955. Just be very careful when you approach this area. Now Venture was a stock we actually discussed after a gap up, very much like AEM. There was this trust bar gap up and pullback. Over here the pullback volume very low, so this is a very nice setup here to take. Remember 1326 was not in order, we're just running out these momentums, and it actually makes very good move. Now over here is the sign of weakness. You open with a gap but fail, so there's time to actually lock in profit. Here we have a reversal bar here, and of course we also approach this resistance, so we like to actually see how it turns up. We may have to probably leave the stock alone, since it is approaching this very obvious resistance which are accompanied with high volume. Property stocks has also had a good run. This is CDL, extremely strong move, but right now it looked quite threatening with reversal bar, white reversal bar. Again, we just have to see how it actually turn out over the next few sessions. Closing of the daylights, if we trade sideways low volume, that will be healthy, and we'd like to see take out the high here of 895. Similarly, UOL, some of these reversal bar look threatening. Notice very strong move, managed to break this neckline, and this is a gap here which was actually effectively covered. But if you take a look at the reversal bar, again look quite threatening. So we'd like to actually see how it actually turn out. If we continue to trade sideways low volume, that will be healthy. The study better stocks, oil related stock is actually property related stock is actually Hong Kong land. Very strong inbound trend, and right now it's actually trading a series of overlapping bars, losing momentum, but generally is still holding up well. Look for pullback here, and we look for setups to go long. We see strong move in banks as well. DBS, very strong move, and today you trade a sideways bar, somewhere near the resistance. Look for a break above this high here of 25.20. So the three banks are generally strong. This is UOB, again gap up, strong inbound trend. Very nice pullback over here. Look for a break above this high here of 26.64. OCBC. OCBC was the stocks that had a very obvious reversal patterns. Notice you take out this followed by a pullback. A break on the upside wasn't very convincing. Today trade a reversal bar, may pull back. Look for a pullback, eventually test this high here of 1185. Another stock we discussed last week was actually Genting Singapore. Over here we have a very nice consolidation pattern, and we'd like to see it take out this high here of 104, and it was taken out immediately, followed by a pullback, and managed to bring an upside 3 days ago. Today make a high. Notice last 2 bar volume is low, likely to pull back. Again, during pullback we can look for setups to go long. Some power, very strong move followed by pullback. There was a break on upside. Today low volume pullback. Look for a break above the high here of 415. Just be mindful if you approach this resistance about 43 cents. Some of the ultra penny stocks, Yingli. Again, that is now approaching this resistance area. This is a pullback right now, low volume. Look for a break above this high here of 129. Rex International. Very nice consolidation after this trust breakout. Very tight. Look for a break above this high here of 0.078. The other oil related stocks are not that impressive. If you take a look at Keppel Corp, alright, if you notice actually it's stuck within this congestion area here and didn't close that well today. Likewise, you see that Sembcorp Industry. So I'll leave this stock alone. Notice the stocks within these congestion areas, and this reversal bar look threatening. These are company with high volume. Alright, so I'll leave this stock alone. Again, just focus on the very obvious one. Market generally more positive, so we just focus on long trade rather than short trade.